Experience the texture, the temperature, the feel. Everybody's different, but if they can leave their expectations at the door, just be in the moment. My name is Pete, and I have 3 pottery studios here in Manhattan. They provide a place for people to create handmade pottery, usually for one-time experiences. I studied studio art and pottery when I was in undergrad, and in my master's program I studied installation art, which I used clay as part of my installation art. I really like Neriyagi, Nerikomi, and any other layered colored clay processes like agate ware. I found it hard to find opportunities in the city, and so I said I'm going to make my own opportunity. So I started a pottery studio in Brooklyn. The reason I came to Manhattan was because I felt like Brooklyn has become a bit oversaturated and a lot of people were afraid to enter the city. The city had been seen as like an established place where the pottery studios that were here for a long time. Before COVID, I remember there were a lot of articles about the mental health benefits of doing pottery because of the mindfulness aspect. So I think that the average student may become very focused on like getting it right the first time, but I think the more they do it, it becomes like an act of mindfulness because they're not thinking about their bills or their life. They're thinking about the object directly in front of them in their hands. I think almost any art form can bring you into a mindful state. We always tell people to leave their expectations at the door because if you imagine you're gonna do a ramen bowl in the first class, it might not work out, but if you're sort of like, I'm here to experience this, whatever happens, happens, I think that's the best attitude to have. So just be very open-minded to the result of what you may or may not produce, because they still got to experience the texture, the temperature, the feel of like the material moving on their skin, and it's something new. They're creating, brand new neuroplasticity because their brains are trying to wrap around something that they may not usually do with their bodies. So I think that overall, a good thing to just be in the moment.
Once you take the leap, it's always rewarding. There's always a margin of error, but you're going to walk away with a perfect candle, we promise.